play. We got 3 counter terrorists trying to crunch down in mid. Jerry, half health, just trying to run, gets gunned down by boltz. His second in middle. kenZe still hunting the head of Fallen. As both those players made contact, survived, and repositioned. Norvi trying to get his route open into A. Everybody grouped up here from forZe. Vinny now trying to strike him down. kenZe 9 health, not long for this one. And Norvi right there after. Vinny 3 kills on the A play, and you saw it. They were able to crunch into mid while the A exit got slowed down.
Yes, and even though Imperial didn't get the kill in mid right there, they had the boost up early. They saw one crossing, and then they maintained. And I think that the reason they can get away with this boost is because they've identified something else, that forZe have not been using underpass nearly enough versus all of these setups inside of middle. Jerry comes up late, but at that point, Imperial have already won middle. They've had their position enforced. So, okay, another round. Fast play again out towards middle, jumping up on Cat. forZe using spawns.
Lots of pressure here with nades. Fire to the chair. kenZe just beneath that one, and we're going to boost the guy on sandbags. Fallen barely alive at this point already. He's going to fall back around through market as FNX just looks to find something. We've got a jungle crossfire set with boltz. kenZe tucked into the corner, can't be seen just yet.
He must have been, though. Oh my god.
And there it is, an attempt from kenZe, cut down by boltz on stairs. He's also fighting Shalfie, so you know boltz just feels so desperate right here. Jerry tries to come out. The USP's in hand doing damage. That's desperate from Jerry, and yet still he's alive and fighting. Falls back, smoke fades. Zordi here as well. And boltz, he's just going to clear out these corners, but look at the health. Look what's left of the majority of Imperial's players. Bare bones. 40 seconds. forZe fell back. They move Jerry around through that T-spawn, looking to join forces with Norvi, the bomb carrier. We've got Vinny down beneath as Shalfie looks over top. A quick B rotate, though. This is a miscall. They're going to come back. Good thing Vinny stuck around, and we'll see if he can do it on his own, or if reinforcements, which are needed, arrive in time. A headshot into Norvi. Jerry's got an answer, but he has no teammates and no HP. Basically, the same situation as Fallen, Fur, and Vinny.
Yeah.
This one comes down to the wire, but it's Imperial's name stamped on it.
Yeah, but overall, they were super good. I mean, they did everything right still. Like, some of those trades, I'd say, were pretty CT favored. And Jerry will eventually get a kill right as the round ends and pick him off for forZe, which is nice. There's absolutely no love for B. There's no one B defaulting in some of these situations. Like, regular lurk smokes aren't being thrown. They're not taking any utility out. What I'm going to say is that Jerry has identified one thing, is that once his teammates cross that connector line, have lurked out to sandwich, or have gotten onto the site and have their bomb in their hands ready to plant, they win the rounds. Even if it's not even a post plant yet. Oh my god, what a shot. Okay, that's pretty insane. What? Chill for a second, but he is the only one with a gun.
Yep.
That would have been enormous if there was rifles behind this.
What more can he do? They're staying tucked. It looked like they exchanged glances, but oh my god, the Glock dink. That's going to shake Fur for a second.
Yeah, actually a touch awkward. They can't get that that gun that they dropped, but forZe is still alive.
You can just tell that the CTs know this one's going to be slimy. The fact that Fur loses half his HP, that neither him or Vinny are able to get either of those kills.
Look at the lurk positions that Fallen is checking right now. That's how much forZe have been lurking so far.
Up close, Fallen gets one. Dives immediately back into the bomb site. And I mean, really, what forZe can do here is just throw themselves at the site. It's the only option. Palace going to be the shortest route. If they can just waterfall into this, if Zordi can give support, we'll see what Fallen can offer. He's had 2 really good maps, 12 and 6 right now. It's just pistols, Fallen. And so, as he gets dinked, he locks in the first 2. Op player falls back. Looking to come inwards now, 25 seconds, he's got the bomb. No, he doesn't, it's still behind him, and he has no other teammates, but he's still fighting every step of the way. Zordi then able to get hands on it, looking to put himself in the post plant, give a little bit of extra money over. Vinny in the open, and Vinny over the finish line. That is a 9th for Imperial's CT half.
Yeah, so at least a bomb plant. That's better than they've been doing overall. And my only point earlier was just that up until that point now of trying to get past the connector line, trying to get up the A ramp and go for all of these lurks, they look desperate. They look desperate to get that little bit of map control, and Imperial sense it and have put in place really good stoppers for making sure that that isn't satisfied. And this shot's so ridiculous. I mean, we don't even see him between the flames. And those picks have been great for what it's worth. I can totally understand, you know, Jerry weaponizing him as much as possible and just playing spawn-based CS in a lot of these spots. But right now, from the perspective of conditioning, I mean, they're doing such a poor job. Quite one-dimensional in terms of the attacks. I think it's very clear what they want, which is already a really big problem. Now they have one more chance to stop Imperial from getting to double digits in the first half again. forZe now close to getting eliminated after nearly 3-0ing the challenger stage. You kind of want better for them.
What a burden to carry for Jerry. He's been here before, and he is now only 7 rounds from being here again. Falling short despite all these chances. And at that point, I mean, we got to talk about pressure. We've got to talk about the stress of the situation on forZe's shoulders. Contrasted to that of Imperial, who at some point thought this would be their one and only time to get into the Legends stage. When FNX was lifting trophies in 2006, Jerry was 8 years old. Shelfie was 4.
Probably still fragging.
Queuing that FPL. Fur dives down into the smoke. Very little HP. They're spamming him.
Okay.
And they're going to get him. Then the cat fight here from Vinny. That's the answer. We got to jump up into the window quickly. Kenzie wasting no time as he looks to lurk through Murder Hole. And sure enough, he got that past them.
That's the play.
We talked about no love towards B site. Well, finally, the flank is coming. FNX, he should have been doomed already, but he will kill Norvi first. And Kenzie getting closer and closer. FNX around the corner.
Oh, this is actually
good enough.
A little scary, yeah.
Vinny hot on the heels, though. Shelfie's going to fall down into the site. Zordy's looking to cross around from Arch. And Kenzie's just locked into bench. Vinny's position could catch them off guard.
Whoa, he's walking the whole way.
He also has a little element of surprise, and he's sharp for that first one. 2 versus 2. Fallen, insta-trade into Shelfie, and Zordy now just looking for the clutch. He's got a Molotov, a flash, and an Arch position. Damage into the back CT. He knows they're both right here. Flashes for himself, does a bunch of damage, but it is not enough. And finally, you can see it, dude, the frustration.
Wow, to lose that round.
That sinking feeling that you finally have a chance to get that B site. You've got FNX cleared off of bench, but Vinny was so quickly behind them.
They did such a good job of orchestrating chaos inside a middle. They found the perfect timing. There's no way that was going to be called. Vinny just got a kill, went right up into the ladder room. Of course, FNX is dead meat. And with the entire site, we can start to see why they haven't been going B so much. Couldn't even survive in that situation. You put them on the A site in that situation, they win 10 times out of 10. That's basically what we've seen. So off we are into the second half, and Imperial 6 rounds away for becoming legends. Legends becoming legends. I think for them, they have shown they put the ego away. You know, all of the past wins, the trophies, they forgot about them. They know they have to earn it again, and they proved it. They put together a team that works and are playing really high-level CS.
Yes. Their accomplishments mean nothing in the server in 2022. A project that was laughed at, scoffed off, and yet now finds itself this close, but it's not over. Third time's the charm for forZe. Shelfie coming up from underground. Oh, Fur catches him.
Jesus.
Imperial, they just fall silent. They let forZe play their hand, and they played right into the trap. And it looks like Imperial anticipating more of it.
Sorte's in a key spot, but it wasn't it wasn't being watched, so you can see they're ready for any kind of mid push that's coming, and oh, he'll take him out.
They're just waiting.
Yeah, there was 2 there to trade. They get the pushes that they know forZe are going to give them, and now they could transpose into whatever they want. It's 5v3. forZe have to figure out a way to do something creative. These are the hardest situations to figure out how. But kenzie, he might be able to squeeze water from stone. Top mid, if it's fast enough, can get behind the player setting up their exec, but they're going to be planting the bomb before he's up the stairs.
Nobody's even close enough either, so 2 walking kills. forZe playing hard mode as kenzie wraps around through the apartments. Fur with the insta headshot on the Glock.
Are they even going to take damage this round? That's the question.
Dude, they're just, they seem immortal. They've got forZe running for the save. Imperial, they just played that so patiently. Beautiful pistol. Sat back, relaxed, and knew that forZe, a rambunctious bunch of kids.
They just got 3 kills, planted the bomb, and won the round without taking any damage at all.
Like it's nothing.
On T side. Okay. Maybe a fight comes through now.
kenzie, yeah. He'll get the better of Fur, that's it. But I mean, hell, it's a parting gift, and he dies nonetheless. Imperial takes second pistol, and suddenly not only 10 rounds on that CT side, but a second pistol, an early advantage from it if they can just convert these. And they just look so chill, no stress. They've been on much bigger stages, in much bigger games, with much higher stakes. This is just another day in the office, the good old days. Five more rounds, that's it.
Ended investment here from forZe. Single FAMAS. They've got an idea behind it, you know. Picking every single position on A, just waiting for the late round to come their way. And we don't know if Imperial are willing to scout in a position like this. So this is where stacks will be quite effective, of course. But the only thing is that ending B is so common on anti-ecos anyway. Looks like blind, they're still going to figure out what the right site is to go to. And Zorte will call for some assistance. We'll throw to smoke to scare him. Jerry and Shelfie both have smokes as well. But they can't throw him here. Molly's coming out for Van.
Yeah, Zorte's going to have to give us something spectacular. And he just needs to survive the fire first. Gets around that corner, 28 health, nothing. Empty-handed B-hold.
Jesus.
Teammates nowhere to be found. Imperial, easy 12 on the board.
Yeah.
No stress.
Locked it up. Lost the player last round at the end. Didn't lose one this round so far. And because forZe invest, they have a vested interest in making sure they can try to use these guns again if possible. And Imperial probably, they want to hunt a little bit, but they're running on $0 too. So there could be a handshake agreement to just give each other space and just see if forZe are trying to stop them from saving. I think that's what they just need to figure out. So it's safe to leave. But overall, incredibly clean round. No resistance. forZe stacked the wrong site. Hey, it's just a blind gamble, worth a shot. At least they picked a site to stack. If they had played B there with like 2 people, then 3 on A, they lost those 2 guys, then this round would be a whole lot less easy to win or get kills in. So they give themselves a chance. Let's see if they can invest in anything else. And it's cool they've got multiple IGLs on Imperial between Bolts and Vinny and Fallen, who are all contributing, but they agree there are not too many cooks in the kitchen. 5 fingers on one hand, as Shocks would say.
Fallen also alluding to just like the general energy in the tribe as well, where it's not always going to be the best call for the best situation. Nobody's perfect, but they all accept that, and they keep the energy high, believe in it.
That's what I always say. A bad call is a good call as long as you do it fast.
And if you don't do it fast enough, then go faster.
Go to the next round. You know, if you're not going to trust an IGL to make a decision when nobody else wants to do it, everybody can find problems, but respecting the guy who has the solutions is really key. And it seems like they're doing a great job of that.
FAMAS MP9 and already an opening. forZe, it is not too late. It is never too late to try and manifest destiny.
Uh-oh.
Fur comes out from underpass. Nade hunting Zorti. He just gets away with that one. Rounds the corner of connector. Catwalk's not going to be a challenge here, so Fur, he definitely has a little bit of space to work. Jerry's double backing from sight.
Interesting. Getting around the smoke. It looks like Fur just wants to phase it, actually.
Zorti is inside of this.
I can't help but feel like he's going to get knifed in a situation like this. And, oh, but actually, well, Zorti somehow.
But with 7 HP, that AK is still valuable nonetheless. He doubles it back through the CT spawn, looking to just bolster a little defense on top of Ticket. Yeah, give it to Jerry, who has armor, but who during that swap gets challenged from Bolt, so Jerry just wasn't ready. But Zorti maybe wants to pick that gun back up, but Bomb is still just walking cat, no stress. Again, these slow, meticulous calls, these calm rounds. As kenzie locks into Arch, you think he has to be everything here. Fallen gets the better of him. It's damage from the CT side, but Fallen survives. And now forZe, the little HP that the last two players have to work with, the potential to just keep some of the cash, something in this round, and Bolts is still here in Palace, hunting Zorti and that AK. Now he knows he's here. 13-5, forZe cleared, nothing saved. 3 rounds away from top 16 at the major.
They created so much tension. In that time, a team could have grouped up and started walking somewhere. Instead, they kept the bomb at chair, Bolts in Palace, and FNX in the B halls, and used all 3 parts of those engagements to take the B site, with Fallen walking up cat late to trade up Get Right, and his spacing between him and FNX. Even if he had died, FNX gets that right away. And Bolts searches out A and brings them towards the A site the entire time as well. There's just not enough info at any one of those moments for forZe to get anything back. And I think they know that there was a CTs and underpass just now. This investment is the best one so far for forZe. Op and play full guns. Late underpass crawl as we saw them just hunt that out. And Fur, oh my god.
Tries to double down on it, but ultimately walks right into the crosshair of kenzie. Luckily for forZe, the 3 CTs set up in mid. I mean, they find that trade.
But you know what? Yeah, Fur just saw that there was no op on the top of connector. Here he is in CT spawn. Zorti's going to be transitioning over to the other side of the
sketchy
site, and he wants to take a risk. He understands if he loses his spot, he doesn't get a kill.
Nicely done, him and kenzie. Frag a piece. FNX comes out from underpass. Shelfie just going to keep that head tucked down. Frag lands on top of him. He'll be on 40. FNX, oh my god! He just got 2! And meanwhile, Fallen, he's found his entry onto the site. He got his 18th kill, and he puts himself into the clutch. How does FNX get that second? Bomb planted default, but think of the years of experience that Fallen has over kenzie. The hope of the new generation. As kenzie stands in the no man's land, Fallen hones in on him and takes it. And Imperial, one step closer.
I can't believe that, FNX.
Another 2v4.
Another 2v4?
Fallen and FNX forever.
Holy hell. Send as many guys as you can. You're going to need them all. He's got 6 hands. And, man, unlimited aim. That's just ridiculous.
Ice cold.
They wanted to get rid of him so they could get just to the A side and end the last guy's life. But, man, it took a whole squad.
Still, kenzie keeps it clean. Vinny shaved off of this one. Quick movement here from forZe. Jostling around inside of the connector. But think about these rounds and Imperial's ability to just go calmly, go quietly.
Yeah, basically their lurks look way more tactful.
You know, everybody making sure they're on the same page of the book. Before the librarian checks them out. They're just going to let Fallen do his thing. Looks to find contact outside of ramp. And if that jump on Ticket goes wrong,
it was spotted here, right?
Should have been. Now it has. Warning bells start to ring inside this A site. Shalfie, utility destined for him. He's going to try and put that out. Oh, he's got half of his health left over. Bolt sends a grenade, and that nade is on point. Shalfie blown out of his position, 35 seconds to the clock. You know that CSGO can kill them. He's been so sharp. But another smoke to just guarantee it. Fallen's going to drop a shot. Jerry can't get the better. And now again, Imperial, just out of nowhere, put it down onto Norvi. So meticulous, so perfect as they look to lock in 15. Frag thrown forward, but Fallen's over towards default. Again, grenades exchanged both ways, and it's Fur with another kill. Imperial with 10 map and match points.
This is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
The quality of the rounds. Man, Shelfie had nothing to do here. A nade to finish him off is so sweet considering it comes down to the carpet Molotovs between default and under Balk. They walked out. Another 4v5 situation, they pull it back on a tremendous A exec, isolating the one threat in the site, smoking out everybody else. And forZe thought they finally did enough. They showed up in middle, they got an opening kill, then they evacuated everything, they just played to sites. That might have been their mistake, thinking the game was over. And a last tack called here from Jerry. It's going to take the strat of his life. And then 10 more. And then we're just in overtime. I mean, we're, one round into overtime at that point. Fallen 20-8.
Just ridiculous. His play across Overpass and now Mirage, vintage. This is vintage CS. It is 2022. Yeah. And the core of Fallen, FNX, and Fur are one round away from being top 16 at a major. Bolts is back. Vinny to join his old teammates in Furia as the only 10 Brazilians at the Legend stage. And Imperial haven't even broken a sweat, but they have broken the backs of forZe round after round, broken their spirits, broken their hopes. Five young Russians, dude, who were on the cusp of just doing the unthinkable. A 3-0 run felt real. And Fur just lurks out. Doesn't get spotted, but gives away the position. An intended B hit. This is going to have to be the round of Norvi's life as he just locks into the arch. And with this mid presence from Fur, he's really preoccupying the rest of forZe.
Keep it 3 CTs here.
Nobody's leaning B. Nobody's looking to help. It's FNX on the entry. Vinny's trying to come at this from the other direction. They both get around the cat side. Norvi will cut down one, but then there's the pinch from Vinny. And Zordy, well, he's just looking to get this angle locked in, trying to cut these players off. Shalfie will attack from Cat. He's got help, but there comes Vinny yet again. 2 trades to Vinny's name, a third, as he looks to throw this forward to the Legend stage of the Major. If it's not CSGO, then it's Imperial. And Bolts at a distance distracts him. Fallen has done it.
What a win. What a spectacle.
An unbelievable scene. The last dance. The music keeps going.
The music keeps going.
We have a second Brazilian representative in the Legend stage. Can you believe your eyes?
Yeah.
3 months of being on the road, boot camp to boot camp to boot camp. Varied levels of success. Getting to the Major felt crazy.
Man.
They celebrated with champagne at the RMR because they got to play at this event. What they do tonight, who knows? Congratulations.
Yeah, they burned the house down. That was absolutely insane. And condolences to forZe, man. They were so close, touching distance. They had odds. They ripped through the first portion of this major. But in this series, they were not the better team, and it wasn't close. It was Imperial every day of the week, and you have to wonder what kind of damage can they do in Legends now that we've seen this.
Yeah, I mean, a heartbreaking one for Jerry. Again, coming up short, the 23-year-old leading another group of talented CIS players to what feels like an unthinkable run, but has to hurt more than anything else.
Yeah.
Oh.